So, hello everyone. We are in our new podcast. Here I'm with my friend Allan, who is a musician. I'm a painter, and we're gonna start talking about culture, music, art, and all
Cinema.
this good stuff, cinema. And the theme of today is AI. We have a position against AI and a position in favor here. So, well, we're gonna start talking about what we think about AI. So, firstly, I wanna introduce my friend over here. Tell us a little
Hello.
bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Alan. I'm a musician. I do cinema as well. I'm against AI. Well, in the last days, I have been a little bit in favor, but just because the Beatles. But I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But yeah, apart from that, I love to discuss and have different point of views, and I love to hear different point of views as well, because that's the way you learn, I guess.
Yeah. So, why are you against or a little bit in favor?
I'm against because I think, yeah, like AI was invented to help humans to achieve goals easier, I guess, and faster. But when they start doing art, I think that's when it's the limit. I was gonna say a bad word, but I'm gonna limit myself today. I think it's really bad because I think what's make humans humans, a part of a lot of things is, but the main thing is art. Like that's when you have a lot of emotions, the way you take emotions. If you're angry, you're gonna make a metal song or like a really angry song or whatever. If you're in love, it's gonna be a really emotional and really nice song. And then you just go and say, make a song, and they just do a compilation of all the things that they have heard, and like, oh, okay, I don't know, I'm gonna talk a little bit about music, but like, if it's a really nice song, it's gonna be on the chord of C or whatever, because it's C, it's like the love and the happy tone or whatever. So I think it's really bad when they start doing that because there's no emotion, there's no creativity, and they start to lose that
Okay.
just because it's a robot, like algorithm, not a robot, because it's not literally a robot saying like I'm making a song. It's algorithm just saying, oh, okay, this is a mix of this and this and this, and I think that's when it's wrong. Just a computer doing stuff.
Okay.
That's why I'm against.
Well, how I see it is, well, we studied the same.
Career.
Yeah, we studied at the same university, and we studied interactive design. So we both know a little bit of programming and stuff. And I don't know, I just see like the magic maybe, because remember when we were doing like programming and you used this function that did random
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know, like randoms and stuff. And I feel it's just a little bit like that, random on AI right now. Maybe later it's gonna be super. There, AI is gonna really understand what you imagine, right? But I don't know. There's that certain like, well, randomness on it that,
Imperfectness, maybe.
yeah, that makes it not perfect exactly, and it's going. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. You have to think a little bit about what you're doing, the same way as you write a song or you paint something, right? You are trying to make something happen, and obviously it makes it so much easier to manifest or, well, to create something, because let's say I want to make a puppy climbing a mountain or something like that, and I don't know, maybe with Mid Journey, I don't know if you guys know it, but maybe I can have an image really fast that's gonna help me see what I was thinking really fast, right? But
Yeah.
but I don't know. There's parts where you can explore more, right?
Yeah, I think it's still you saying the command or however you want to call it. Uh, but it's like, maybe I'm going to say something against you. Maybe you're going to kill me. But how can you call yourself an artist if you say, like, yeah, I'm going to sell this that a computer did? It was me saying the command, yes. But it's like, but I didn't make the puppy. I just write a command on the computer. I understand that maybe it could give you an idea. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I have an idea of a puppy riding a horse. I'm going to say really bad things, but a puppy riding a horse on top of the world that is being hauled by a Viking or whatever. And then you see it and you're like, okay, maybe it doesn't look that good. Maybe I'm not going to waste my time painting that or whatever. It could give you an idea. But I don't think that's cool if you just sell that. It's like, he was just a guy, like...
But I had the idea. You know, that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe there's. I think it has to be like with the era where we at, right? Right? Maybe before there's so many people. For example, there's so many people that are like, no, you should never trace. If you trace in art, you're not an artist, right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have the effort that other artists put, and you're making like a quick path to getting a result, right? And I think we are in a different, like, for example, there was the agricultural era, then there's the industrial revolution era, the information era. Right now I think we're getting into a new era, right?
The AI era, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how is it gonna be called, right? But we're just at the beginning of this new era, right?
Yeah.
And what happens is that there are artists right now, maybe before the Industrial Revolution, that needed people to help them out with their paintings. Maybe they just paint like the background or stuff, and now it's more... There's this artist called Jeff Koons, that there's lots of people that don't like him because they say he's not an artist, right? Because he has a whole team that is making all his art. He doesn't even paint.
He's not the puppy guy?
Yeah, the balloon puppy.
Yeah, exactly.
So many people are like, no, he's not an artist because he doesn't do anything. But he's having the ideas, right? It's the same. He has people that does them. But now there's an AI doing them, right? Maybe there's not robots right now, but there's going to be robots, I believe.
Yeah, but there was still humans. They could still have errors, and it's still a hand doing that, not a computer that is just an algorithm of a guy, just one, or maybe a group of guys that did the algorithm. But maybe, like I said, like Jeff Koons, I just thought of the way you say it. I think of a director in a movie set. Is 200 people working for him his idea. But it's his idea and people doing it. It's not robots and algorithm just saying that.
Well, in the future, I think it might be robots.
What do you want, sir? Makeup.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a hard question, right? Because you're like, no, humans, and how do you know? Maybe robots later are gonna have emotions, right? They're gonna have feelings, and
it's gonna
boss,
be
you hurt my feelings.
Yeah. Don't talk to me like that. Yeah.
I don't want to work here anymore.
I quit. You suck as a boss. No, but first of all, I think also like there's things that it works better if it's an algorithm. But I think there's limits on what you should do. Also, because it's taking jobs. And it's not like everyone has a job right now. There's so much unemployed people right now. And it's going to be even worse with AI. Unless, I think you have said, unless people start knowing how to work with AI. So now you're creating more jobs. But I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, with all the... I think we talk about this, all the edition programs like you can use to edit videos or like this, whatever. Before it was maybe 3 people doing that or 1. Now it's an AI that you just press a button, it's gonna cut everything perfect, and it's like, wow. Okay, you're taking people away, the 3 people that were working, or just 1 people, and now it's just a button, and it's, for me, it's really annoying. Yeah, maybe now you need to hire people that know which AI and how to use it properly and give commands properly. But after that, like, this is the beginning somehow. At some point, it's gonna be just a person saying, cut this, and it's done. And it's the way it's going. And that's what scares me the most, because now it's going to be algorithm and everything and no more jobs.
Well, yeah, I understand. Well, it said that there's going to be, this area is going to be the, how you call it, like people are just gonna be giving orders to machines, right? Maybe humans are gonna stop working, and everything is gonna be automated. That's the thing on the Matrix series, animated series.
Yeah.
That happens, right? What's the name of that? Animatrix, yeah, Animatrix, right? Where robots are doing all the stuff for humans. I don't know. Maybe that's the future. Maybe not. We don't know.
But then it's like, again, the jobs, everyone that was doing that.
Well, that's the thing. But I also think it's the same right now, because there's many people that have the opportunity to work, but they don't work, right? They are like, I don't know. There are people that have all the, and that's more of a psychological thing, I think. It's more of like, I don't believe I can be good at this, and they are like, instead of working and finding a way out, they are complaining about the government, about things, right? And in my way of seeing things, it's not that everyone has to see things this way.
Yeah.
But you search your opportunities, right? You have to work for them. You have to, maybe things are not gonna be good at some moments, but you gotta overcome your own demons, right? You have to, and this is the same, because there are gonna be people that are gonna become millionaires with these opportunities, because they're gonna make things really fast, right?
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be people that are just gonna be like complaining about AI, and AI is the worst. And
but then also, it's like, yeah, you say there's gonna be people getting millionaire, people that has maybe good computers, because you need good computers in order to make better AI. So then now you're giving more opportunity to the people that already has money.
Well, I see money as a thing that it's just, as I told you, it's psychological, right? Obviously, people that are more, when you, well, let's say you have a super millionaire or billionaire parents, right? You're gonna be more, your mindset's gonna be more easy to focus on making money, because you already have that mindset, right? But I think opportunities come for everyone, and maybe people are gonna say, no, that's not true, and blah blah blah. But I do believe that, because I, as an artist, I have lived certain moments where I have had no food, and I don't know. I knew maybe it was part of my process, but it was also because of my mindset and how I believed. Maybe I heard a lot like, oh, you're a starving artist a lot, and or artists just starve and whatever. And I believed in that, so I had to live it. Oh, because I thought of it a lot, and I believed that that had to happen, or I believed that, yeah, that was the way, right? And I don't know. It's just maybe I'm really philosophical right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a psychological, now philosophical podcast.
The psychology of
the
AI.
We completely forgot about the AI. Okay, going back to that, I'm gonna say the only good thing that I found in AI.
Yeah.
And then again, I'm gonna talk bad about that. But I think 2 days or 3 days ago, I saw the news that Paul McCartney is now making the last Beatles song.
Wow.
Because they found, of course, the Beatles had a lot of songs written that they didn't even record demos or whatever. And I think Paul McCartney found, or he already had it, I don't know. But it was a song that he and John Lennon wrote. And now, thanks to AI, John Lennon is going to sing on it with Paul McCartney.
Wow.
So it's going to be the mix again. It's like, this is cool. Like, it's really great that you're recreating people that is dead.
But they're either you are in or you are out.
Wait. I think it's cool because it's a composition that they made together when he was alive. Okay, in that moment, it's like, great. If Yoko Ono suddenly decides to, John Lennon is alive and I'm going to start making songs, it's like, no, it's your songs or your songs or whatever, just using AI from John Lennon. I will hate that completely. But if it's a song that it was already written with Paul McCartney and John Lennon, and now I'm using your voice, I think that's insanely good.
Well, it's like the Drake song. Have you heard it?
Yeah, but no, that's different. Because
he was not
Yeah, he was not even involved in that, and that's
But
why I'm against.
people loved it. People were like, "Wow, this is amazing!" And I heard it, and it was good. A good song. I really like Drake.
Maybe it's a good way in which the producer that made the song can be heard and like say like, "Hello, I made this song," and people be interested and call him, like maybe Drake called him and said like, "I like your song," but it's maybe a good marketing way in which you can be heard or noticed.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's right. Like how do you have the balls, like say, to just say that you're someone that you're not? Like it's like make your own voice. I don't know how to say it.
But it's I don't know. It's well, I hear that a lot. For example, in arts, well, when people are like, "Oh no, I found my own style," and maybe you see something really similar in another. I can tell you, like for example, for me, I have a style that I consider myself to have it. That's my style, right? And there is this artist called Huatunan or something like that. He's Chinese. He was painting after me a similar style as me, right? He's not doing that anymore. It's different. But I know I painted this before him because that's my theory because I checked his Instagram and I was doing, I don't know what year I was drawing already like that. And then he was doing this. But I'm sure he never saw my work, right? We have certain things in common because maybe, for example, art collector told me there's nothing new to be invented, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe in that, but the thing is that there are certain things that are gonna look alike, right? Or they are gonna sound alike, you know? And that I think that brings just a way to generate more creativity, right? For example, to become a great artist, I think you have to copy a lot.
Yeah, in art in general.
Yeah.
Create and recreate.
Yeah. It's and I think it's this saying from Pablo Picasso that goes like, "Good artists copy, great artists steal." Right? When you steal is when you already know how to steal, but you first have to copy a lot. And when you copy, there's a certain moment where you're gonna steal, and that's what I think with AI. With AI, when you know how to prompt, but you already have the knowledge of how something is made, it's with programming.
Yeah. But I know what you mean, but still, it's a computer making it, not you.
Then there's gonna be robots.
Like I understand, and I think we talked about this last time. I understand, and I will say that there's another, like the 8th art or 9th, I don't remember in which one we are, in which it could be like right now we're seeing a lot of Instagram videos in which like you jump and then you stay like this and suddenly it transforms into an angel and then blah blah blah. Yeah. You have made that and it's amazing. I'm like, wow, this is really cool, and it's now a big trend in Instagram, and we have never seen that before. Maybe once in a while in animations, like maybe The Wall, like Pink Floyd The Wall, it was kind of similar, like at the transformation, and there was a trend about that, but not that crazy because it's not that easy. And now it's being created. So maybe in that part, I understand that it's something different and it's really cool. And it's the way you told me how you can make that, it's really not easy. But I think that's a different type of art. Like, again, like the 8th art or 9th art, I don't remember which one. But then if you use that and then try to recreate, I mean, just to give you an idea and do stuff, it's like it was created by a computer. So it's, I don't know, I understand some points. It could be good.
Yeah.
When it's something creative. Like the thing you say about Drake and like stealing. That one was not, I think it was not a great artist because he was not stealing. He was literally stealing. He was using someone else's voice. Oh, yeah, so bad that even Universal Music or whatever called him and said like, hey, I own Drake. And he was like, yeah, you own Drake, not his voice. That I think that's also like a complete, like...
Yeah, it's a big thing.
A
right?
big thing. Because it's now people saying like, yeah, you own Nirvana and then you're like right now Kurt Cobain songs are appear and whatever. It's like,
right.
You know, you own Nirvana, but not Kurt Cobain voice, etc., etc. And I think it's funny. It just for me, it's really funny. It's really stupid complaining and like all that. But it's for me, it's really bad because it's not. You're using someone else's voice. Be original, and create your own voice.
Well, yeah, I understand that part, but it's like I don't know. It's I think it's I like it, and maybe like, there's gonna be people that are gonna go like they're gonna create. For example, they have a store, an online store, right? There's this illustrator that this guy that draws and everything, and there's this guy that it's like a businessman, right? He's gonna make I don't know, t-shirts with certain kind of art. Let's say some like cartoonish, fluffy little animals. I don't know, something that looks cool and
That is trendy or whatever.
yeah, and people like it and it looks cute and whatsoever, right? And whatever, sorry. And the illustrator is gonna be complaining about this guy, but this guy is gonna make a lot of sales because he's gonna be uploading content all the time, and he's gonna be having these things, right? I don't know how is he gonna upload the content, but he's gonna have content about it. And then there's gonna be this guy that's gonna illustrate really cool or draw really cool, kind of like the same style.
But it's handwritten and like
Yeah, and he's gonna be frustrated instead of seeing the opportunity in a different way where he can do some stuff like the other guy and continue.
But wait, the other guy was using AI or
just AI, yeah. That other guy is a businessman that likes AI, but it's the same as right now. It's like Jeff Koons. He's using people to create his ideas. Now this guy is using AI to create his ideas, and he already knows how to network and how to market and whatever, and he's selling a lot.
But now I think you're going into a way. Again, I'm gonna be against. Sorry. And I all the time, since I'm a musician, I'm gonna make the comparison to music, and I think it's just the way you're saying completely is maybe rock against pop music. Pop music is the businessman that is like, she's hot, she's gonna sing, and we're gonna get the best producers ever, and they're gonna make her a song, and she's gonna be like a pop star, and we're gonna make thousands and thousands, millions of dollars or whatever. And then you have the rock artist that he made his song by himself. He suffered going on tour. He like made the whole thing, but he made everything. He made the song. He made the lyrics. He made everything. He was playing the guitar live, whatever. Again, it's just pop against. For me, this is business. A great businessman.
Yeah.
That got a really good opportunity. That knew which girl or guy to get, or a bunch of girls or a bunch of guys. Knew as a businessman which songs and which style and which producer. Maybe like I don't know, K-pop right now is huge, so
yeah.
Maybe it's okay now. Right now we're gonna get a lot of like Korean girls or guys. We're gonna make a song that is this style because this is trendy, and we're gonna dress them like this because this is trendy. Or Dua Lipa, which became insane because she started like being 70s disco songs and like dressing like that, and you're gonna be dancing like this and creating a lot of TikToks like this, etc., etc. And that's great businessman, great marketing, great, as you say with Jeff Koons, great company which decide which is the best makeup, which is the best dress, whatever.
Yeah.
You have a business, you have a company just for one person, and the other guy is creating art, making a song in his bed, writing the lyrics with a guitar, saying, no, this doesn't work. Okay, just one guy, or maybe a band, 3 people, whatever. Like, so the Beatles, 2 people, just like, okay, this. And it's like, which do you prefer, the Beatles or Dua Lipa? Ooh, this is going to be an interesting debate there.
I actually prefer Dua Lipa than the Beatles. I don't like the Beatles.
I think this is the end of the podcast. Good night.
Bye-bye.
So yeah, I think that's exactly, like, that's why I'm against AI. This is exactly what happened. Just people using computer and what the life is giving you to create money against art.
No, but I don't know. I think it's still art. Well, for example, Jeff Koons, great example. Everyone is like, no, he doesn't do anything. But he has, I see artists as a it's a kind of science, right? Because you have to do research, make a hypothesis, and
Trial and error and
yeah, all that stuff. And maybe it's not considered a science in certain stuff, but it is a science for me because it has to do with math, it has to do with lots of stuff, right? And Jeff Koons, what he does is he's researching something. Instead of he putting all the work, he has people, right, that are putting the work. Meanwhile, he's creating ideas, thinking on how he can find a technology to make this happen, everything.
But wait, I think with Jeff Koons, first of all, he started by himself first. Now he's so huge that he has.
But yeah, it's the same path as the other guy. But now you're gonna have for example, I'm really bad at writing, so I have used the AI to start helping me write the statements of my art or about certain collections, right? Or as you said, right now I'm using AI. I had this commission where I had to think of a house in a Mediterranean beach, and I made an image with AI of that to imagine it faster, right? Instead of, because if I look for one image here and another, maybe it's not what I'm imagining, but I can see something really fast, right? I have done this with programming, right? I have worked with processing and robots that draw. And I have an idea, and I can, with processing and with the robot that draws, I can start to see how my idea can come out, right? And now with AI, it's even faster, right? So I don't think it's not that you're not, because even the business guy is not that he was born really smart to know how to sell this stuff, right? There's a certain art, let's say, on this, right? About selling stuff, about knowing what people like, right? Because it's like, I don't know, pop art, right? Pop art is taking things that are already made, that you have feelings with that. And I think it's so much easier for pop artists to sell because you already know, let's say, Mickey Mouse. And there's this guy that makes a painting of Mickey Mouse and adds some stuff or whatever.
But still, the person that was doing pop art, he's an artist still. He's not just a businessman. Yeah. Again, the Beatles were writing, and they're considered the first pop band because that's what they were. But they were creating still that. It was not a person just telling them, write this song, sing these songs. Or AI do this.
Well, but they had people that were like, oh, if you do this, and that they had like mentors, right? Well, yeah, like, is it the word mentors? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They had people that were like, oh, you should do this, it's better for you, and maybe not all the time, but that's why they grew. They, as you said, it was not a small team. Now you have AI that has like the capacity of, it's like all computers. There were like rooms full of
transistors and hardware.
Yeah, everything. And now it's, your phone has like more power than those big computers, right?
Yeah.
And now AI is like your personal assistant you can think faster.
Yeah, like in some things I think it's great. Like maybe the other one that I said, Edition or something that works good. I don't know, ordering food or whatever, or Siri and Alexa, they are amazing. Like they remind me in 5 minutes to do this, and it's amazing because if not,
But imagine Alexa is gonna understand more. It's not gonna
and that part I'm completely up for it. Like that AI for me, it's great. It's helping humans, but that's not art. And now that you said the art of selling or whatever, I had a teacher that he said, like, please, we had an essay to make. I don't remember what, and he said, like, please, the title never put the art of selling or whatever. He was annoyed. He was like, never say art. There's only 6 types of art, and never say the art of selling or the art of painting. It's like, no, art is this. Stop saying that. And like for me, it was really funny. I'm completely with him. Because for me, like the art of selling, it's not an art. It's just like the way of selling, like the study of selling, of the science, if you want to call it. But I think it's Yeah, there's good things about AI. Again, Alexa, Siri, maybe the Edition one. Just so many now, right now. Maybe ChatGPT is also great, like for the things that you said. Um, there's things that I'm up for it because it makes our life easier. Again, like our phone. Also, there's limits in everything. Our phone was created like first of all to make calls, then it was messages, then like oh maybe GPS, oh maybe pictures, blah blah, and it helps us. But now I think it's taking us to ruin because it's like
Taking
we don't know
our
what
jobs.
yeah we don't we don't know the limit of things that we create. That's what gets me scared about AI. We don't know the limit about things. It's just like yeah this is helpful and now you
Oh yeah, maybe. Well, I agree on that a little. Yeah,
'Cause
because we're going too fast, right?
exactly like
Yeah.
we didn't know like if you go now to a meeting or whatever or like a party or whatever, at least half of the people is gonna be in their phones. Like I have a
Yeah.
friend, I'm not gonna say who, but we see each other once in a while, like once a month. And every time that we see, he was with his phone. I'm like, okay, maybe he like his girlfriend or whatever. And then I go and he's playing Mario something. And I'm like, come on, like you're here. We are here.
He's
If
gonna
you-
know because you already said that.
I know. He knows. And it's annoying because it's like, okay, that's a limit. The limit is to help you get your work done. If you want to communicate with someone in China, it's insanely fast, blah, blah, blah. And all that is great. But we don't know the limits. And AI right now, it's gonna, once it takes over us, we're gonna say like, oh, that was too fast, or maybe that was
And then
too
we're
much.
gonna be batteries
Exactly. And it's like,
living in the matrix.
we're gonna be slaves from the AI. Like, there's gonna be a huge AI. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's what scares me a little bit more than I
Well,
don't like
I'm not
it.
worried because maybe I'm not gonna be living at that
For a
time.
long time.
So
That's gonna happen in 10
you
years.
young generation, Gen Z. I have lots of Gen Z over there.
It's gonna be
You're
an AI
gonna-
with a huge Apple Vision, you know, the new things.
Yeah, and you're gonna enjoy when AI is enslave us, but I'm not gonna be there. No, don't worry.
I hope you enjoy it.
Or maybe I'm gonna become a robot too. I don't know.
But that's why this.
Yeah, actually, the painting's called Stable Diffusion.
Really?
Yeah, I put that name because it was it was a painting that was drawn. Well, you cannot see it. Maybe we're gonna show it on one of my videos or whatever. But well, yeah, I think it's I don't know. It's you have a good point over there. There's a big risk in certain things, but I don't think it's gonna stop. And it's a tool. It's
No.
like a cell phone. You can use the camera of the cell phone really bad, or you can make amazing photos, right? And you
Yeah.
can create art, and that's the way it's gonna work. And even people that maybe don't have they don't know how to paint, let's say, they're gonna be able to put out their ideas in a way that they're gonna feel how you say like complete, let's say, because they're gonna be able to express that with AI, right? Oh, I want a landscape this way, that way, blah blah blah. And before they couldn't do that, right? And now they're gonna be able to put that emotion on that, right?
That's a really good point, but at the same time, it's like it's making you so lazy. Like I know I'm not gonna brag about myself, but I know how to play at least 4 instruments, and it was not easy. It was not easy at all. I had to take like my time being with the instrument and like being an idiot in the instrument, and I'd be like, oh, this chord, oh no, this one works better or whatever. It took my time. Now
Yeah,
you're
I
just
know.
saying like it's just the guy saying, hey, play this song or create a song about this. I think again, laziness if you take it too much.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Because you say like, okay, he's gonna or she or whatever, it's gonna be able to express himself, and maybe before he was.
Well, as you're saying, laziness. I don't think it's not that easy. I don't know if in the future it's gonna be really easy to. But for example, I have used several AIs, and it's not easy to create an image, and it's not easy to create a video, because, for example, the last one I was trying to create, I was trying to say, I was prompting the AI to create a video of schools, like Azompantli. Azompantli is well, I'm not gonna talk about that right now, but
Schools, yeah.
just a lot of schools, right? Like a fractal of schools, right? And it kept putting a person on my video, and I didn't want a person. I just wanted like a wall full of schools, right? And I had to do it over and over until I put no humans, but sometimes the humans appear, right? And I don't know. You have to know how to. And for lazy people, they're not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna try again and again and again. They just want things really fast.
But again, you are an artist. You have suffered. You have done this, like making mistakes and doing a lot of things. So you have that patience. People that have never done that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, oh, sorry for that. But it's gonna be like, I don't mind. It's like, this is not what I wanted, and they're gonna continue. Because if they have never started art, they're not gonna start with this. Maybe they're, yeah, it's cool, and they're just like, this is my way. Why didn't you start painting or making movies or making music? Like, I think about ChatGPT and the people that start creating songs with ChatGPT, like the lyrics. And it's like, read poetry, suffer, try to say like what rhymes with this, or maybe this is a good thing. Read books, get ideas from songs, like search.
Yeah,
Don't
I have
just, like,
put blood and sweat and my heart into becoming a great artist that can paint really figurative. I can paint hands. Well, there's a meme out there about hands that AI and beginner artists are like
the same.
I cannot not do hands or draw hands. But well, I have tried a lot to get to this point. But this is another thing I have learned. I have also done exhibitions for artists, right? And I have done exhibitions for really emerging artists that are just starting and everything. And I can say I can learn from them. Even though I have more experience, I know how to paint what they do. I know everything, but I can still learn some stuff from them.
That's true. Yes.
And that's the thing. It's just a thing that maybe there's this, as you call it, lazy guy that's using AI to make these amazing, I don't know, really.
I'm pretty sure that the ones that are amazing
images
was an artist before. I'm pretty sure that they didn't start just like, okay, this is my moment, I'm gonna start creating something. I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
Well, maybe there's an artist, I don't know, that's not
if
really
you were one
good.
of those, let us know.
That's not really good, and now he can create stuff that look the way he wants. I know I've been in this. It's called generative art. That's art made with code and with robots or without robots. And I see guys that are creating some amazing stuff with that, right? Because maybe they're not good at drawing, but they are good at programming, and they know how to make something work out, and this robot make a drawing that they can't draw.
So they're great programmers, not artists.
Yeah, but they know how to create a program that does that, and
again,
I think
great programmers, not artists.
But yeah, you're thinking in a spatial you're thinking in X, Y, G, C, whatever. You're thinking spatial is like the space, and you're creating with a robot, right? Maybe because you don't know how to draw, or you have worked yourself. You have worked a lot to understand programming, right? Maybe you don't want to understand how to draw because it's gonna take you a lot of years, right? So now you know how to make it with a program and a robot that draws, and it's a little bit the same, right? Because it's different from programming AI. I thought I could understand it that way, and it's not that way. It has a different thing. I don't know how to describe it. It's different than programming, because programming for me is more logical, and AI has another thing into it. But because it actually understands, and the more you talk to it, it's gonna
understand better.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, and it feels weird, and it feels different than programming, because programming is logical. This thing is more like
it's more math, I think.
talking maybe to a little guy that's trying to understand you. I don't know. It's really weird.
There's like a language that is already settled, and you need to learn how to speak French or whatever.
Yeah.
And AI is just they understand everything.
Yeah, no, and you have to understand how to speak this French to the AI, right? This language.
But maybe it's still English or Spanish or whatever.
And your teacher is gonna be angry with me, but the art of prompting has its own.
It's not an art.
Its own way.
It's not an art because it's not coming through emotions and like.
Well, it does has an emotion. The guy that's putting the prompt out there is he's like
create.
Click. I had an
the emotion of pressing click is amazing.
I don't know. I believe there's gonna be maybe sentient AI at one point.
I'm just being too extreme right now.
I don't know. I think there can be that possibility. I think the universe is a world of possibilities. Well, that's really maybe not that far. I don't know. But that's maybe another theme. But yeah, I do believe it's art. For me, it's art. I know for you it's not art.
I think there's a limit. Like, there's things in which I believe AI is good, and I think, and there's a moment in which AI is art.
There's gonna be that limit for you. There's other people that are gonna go
all in,
all the way. Yeah, all in.
Yeah. I'm scared
AI
of that. But yes,
they're gonna generate music, and maybe one day you're gonna be, oh, I love this song, and when you read about it, it's gonna be generated 100% by AI.
Happens. No, if that happens, I'm gonna be like, okay. I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah.
But maybe even I'm gonna realize that it's not gonna be created by a human. I don't know if I have that power or whatever. But it's I'm just scared of that. And okay, like at some point I have to accept that it's gonna come. It's just maybe on some things I'm a traditional and
maybe there's gonna be people are gonna have the skills to listen what's generated by AI. It's gonna be an
AI
job, right?
AI is gonna realize if an AI made a song.
Yeah, I don't know. I have this theory of post-contemporary art, and it's getting faster into my world than I wanted to write a book, since I don't know how to write really good. I've been talking to my friend that he's a writer. Well, he has done books and he has written books and everything, right? But he's like, no, your idea is crazy. All the art world's gonna go against you. And I'm like, oh, that's what I want.
Exactly, you love that. But it's
no, but the thing is, I was thinking about this moment where robots are competing against humans to paint, right? So people are gonna.
Oh, is it like a novel?
No. It's an idea, a theory of a new way of art, right? It's a new era of art. Okay. And when you say post-contemporary, since contemporary is right now and post doesn't exist, maybe it's like the death of contemporary times and this thing that's gonna happen between robots and humans that are competing to see who's best at doing something. And at art, they're gonna well, for example, right now there's how is it called, this art? When there's this, I don't know, just a can in the floor and that's art. It's conceptual art.
Conceptual art.
Yeah. And conceptual art is this point where I see it something like this. I'm not an expert in this kind of art, but I see it something as, oh, we have a lot of money and you don't understand what does that mean, and there's a whole context on the background, right?
I hate that, yes.
And I think that's gonna stop working because there's gonna be robots creating amazing stuff and humans gonna be like, oh no, robots cannot.
So you think robots, well, AI or whatever, is gonna take away the stupid conceptual art? If that's the case, I'm gonna be with the AI.
I'm not gonna call anything conceptual art, right? Because I don't know about it. Maybe I might be an ignorant. I'm not in favor of it, but I don't want to be against, right? Because maybe there's some stuff that I don't understand, right? But I think there's gonna be a new renaissance in art,
Okay.
where technique is gonna be valued again a lot. Right now there is, because the market is really big, and
You're saying
there's
because AI doesn't have technique?
no, it's gonna have technique.
But
I
why do you think the technique is gonna be valued again?
Because there's gonna be this humans versus robots. That's my theory. It's really crazy
No, I'm
stuff that
trying to understand that
I have
thing.
been thinking about a lot, and I call it post-contemporary art. And I have been thinking about this before I knew AI was gonna come out, because I have been working with
With
robots and stuff,
programs and software and
and
stuff.
yeah, I saw the possibility that robots work, and well, before that, I knew at one point that there was an AI generated image that was sold for $480K for 418K. So understand that for $80,000. And yeah,
And it was computer generated.
yeah, but I also saw, like, I don't know, I've seen that has been a little bit of things that have been lost, because there's a market, right? There's the art market, and that's gonna dictate what's art and what's not art, right?
Yeah, that's always.
But also, I don't know, I think there's stuff that's gonna, there's a way that that things have taken a path too, that's like the can, that it's there, and it has a really studied concept in the background, right? But that's because, I don't know, we have lost a little bit of that maybe work of, because there's also like really big painters right now, right?
Yeah. Thousands.
There's a big market for everything, right now. But I don't know, I think that tension is gonna really go hard, because robots are gonna start doing some stuff that we're gonna go like, what?
Yeah, like the videos are right now a trend in everywhere. Maybe something. I think I have never seen that like that before. I have seen something
the
similar.
really cool stuff about that is that, for example, we saw motion graphics.
Exactly.
And motion graphics require lots of hardware people that help
patience.
you. Yeah, patience. An animation that 1 minute, you know how long it takes to make
like a
an
month
animation.
at least.
Yeah, 1 minute of animation.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And right now I'm in a day putting prompts, and I'm creating stuff that's similar to... It's similar because it's random. I don't know what's gonna come out. I just have a little idea of what's gonna come out, right? But it's not something that I know is gonna come out.
I think you said something in general interesting that I'm gonna be in favor with you, which is great. That maybe, I don't know if this is the analogy that I'm gonna use is correct. This creation of AI art, creating art or whatever, is gonna like steer like the waters of the art that I think it was like. Still, like the waters of the art were like, for me at least, it was boring at some point. Conceptual art, the one that you said, sorry, I hate it, but completely hate it. It's like, for me, I said something and my friends were like, oh, this is great. Like when you need to explain your art, I think that's not art. Like the can that you said there, if I see it, like the banana on the wall and say that's art. Sorry for this, but it's like, come on, that's not art, that's a banana. Like don't
stop with the backwards.
It's like don't say that's art. And it's like, yeah, I need to explain the blah, 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 blah. That's not art. At least for me, that's not art. So maybe what you're saying, which I love that idea.
The art of explaining.
The art of fundamenting your art. Maybe that's the art, I mean the AI, it's going to steer the water of the art that was being still for a moment. Steer and steal, it's a different word to say. And maybe it's gonna create an artist is gonna be like, oh, okay, we need to like step our game up in order to compete with AI or robots or whatever. And that's an interesting point of view, and I really hope that they do that. I'm scared of music. Well, it's great. Also in music right now, music is like the popular music is reggaeton. I hate it, and like it's like, okay, step it up. Maybe that's gonna work, and then we're gonna listen to good music again because that's gonna be that. But I'm pretty sure if you say to AI create a popular song, it's gonna be reggaeton, which is horrible.
Yeah, it's a hard thing. I know it's a hard thing. I just enjoy it as an artist. I see it as another way of creating. And I don't know, guys, what you think about it. Let us your comments. But I think this is gonna be the end because we already.
This is the end.
This is the end.
Yes, I think we have been talking for a really long time.
Yeah. And also, if you want us to talk about something, we're gonna try to bring some guests to the program, musicians, painters,
Art, like
cinema, all kind of culture thing, collectors, all kind of people. So what would you like to see on this podcast? This is like the first one, the pilot, the first one. So we are open to everything.
Every suggestion is welcome.
Yeah, all the suggestions are welcome. Well, thank you for your time, guys, and we will see you soon. Bye bye.